You know, I find it crazy that Josh Hutcherson is 31 years old and I'm 24. So I grew up watching him, and to see him be a father figure in this movie absolutely blew my mind.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
5 Nights at Freddy stars Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lail, and Matthew Lillard, and is about a troubled security guard begins working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. During his first night on the job, he realizes that the night shift won't be so easy. From Blumhouse, and some of you horror fans are cheering up and down, and some of you are very scared. This movie has been anticipated by many of you because we have 5 Nights at Freddy's based off the video game of the same title. To give you my background on this game, let me just say, I've played the first game 3 times. I've seen a lot more gameplay for this game, like all the games. I can't tell you which one is which. I just know that it's a scary game, and I played it like 3 times way back in 2015, like the first one. So going in this movie, I wasn't like excited, but like I definitely wanted to see a horror movie, obviously as a horror fan, and you got Matthew Lillard in there. I love Matthew Lillard. I mean, obviously Shaggy, and then you got him in from Scream. And Josh Hutcherson, which I haven't seen in a while. Like, honestly, last time I saw him was like probably like Hunger Games, honestly. And a big bonus was, before the movie even came out, Jason Blum said animatronics. So everything was there for this movie. And the game, I mean, it made me jump playing a few times. And a lot of people I watched play game through seemed to jump up and down. So it had everything right to be a good movie. And I went with a group of friends. It was a packed theater on Friday night. And I walked out saying, it just wasn't good. Of course, beginning with the positives, the animatronics. Listen, any day of the week, give me practical over CGI. And I gotta appreciate the producers, the studio, for going forth with animatronics. And they're awesome. Seriously, you watch this movie and you're like, it just looks better, because you can tell that is a real robot. Obviously, there's a few things you could see, like that people are in suits. You're gonna get that, but like, I swear to you, 90% of this movie is animatronics. Maybe some CGI towards the end when it gets more action-packed, but this movie really relies on the animatronics. That's a huge credit to the studio and the producers. I really, really appreciate them. With our cast, I think for the most part, our main leads, Josh Hutcherson, good in this role. He's not big or anything like that in this movie. He's very just calm in this movie, but he needed to be. He plays a person that's going through a huge crisis in his previous life as a kid. So as an adult, you get to see him work at Freddy's Fazbear's place, and seeing him go through the struggles was an interesting take. Then you get Matthew Lillard, without spoiling, because from the trailers, it looks like he's a small part. He is a small part. All I'm going to say is Matthew Lillard need to be more in this movie. I love Matthew Lillard, and this movie gave you something in this movie that made me smile, but I wanted more from him. Everyone else, I thought, just did their parts well enough. I do think, and I hate criticizing kid actors, I think most of the ghost kid actors weren't really good. Now, the younger sister of Josh Hutcherson, she is good in the role, but like, you can tell she is acting, which, not the biggest thing. Again, it's a kid performance, so I'm not going to criticize that much, but I'm just letting you know. Some people out there are going to probably be dickheads. Besides that, there's one really cool kill. And that's about it, guys. I have to say, like, this might be one of the worst movies of the year. So my biggest complaint is this story. Now, when I left this movie theater, I had a friend with me telling me this movie tried its very best with the lore. He agreed that it wasn't the best the ability it could have been, and I was sitting there the whole time saying, I'm hating this story, because these animatronic things have something about them to make them come alive. Again, no spoilers for people who just haven't played the games or seen the movie yet. All I'm saying is, I thought it was really stupid. That's just my opinion. It was a cool idea. It's a creepy idea, actually. But the movie makes it to where at some point in this movie, you're not scared of these robots whatsoever. And that is a big thing. I was never scared in this movie. And there are like plenty of jump scares that are fake jump scares. How do you take Five Nights at Freddy's, a game based off big jump scares, and give us maybe 2? Maybe. Everything else is fake jump scares. And that is annoying. And throughout the entire movie, I was waiting to see those cameras. I was waiting to see more of these awesome settings of Five Nights at Freddy's. But the thing is, there's a subplot with Josh Hutcherson, and it involves dream sequences. Guys, there are like 7 dream sequences, and they happen in the middle of a really intense scene, and it goes to a dream sequence. I'm like, please stop. I do not care as much as this dream sequence and this subplot with Josh Hutcherson. That's like the focal point in this movie. And for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm not there for that. I'm there to see these animatronics go through dark hallways, look through the cameras, shut the doors. You get that for 8 minutes in an almost 2-hour movie. Literally. And there was a packed theater, and this theater was annoying. But the thing was, this theater was filled with fans, and there are a ton of Easter egg moments, cameos, stuff of that nature I will not spoil, that people were losing their crap over. But the thing is, I'm not a diehard Five Nights at Freddy fan. So a lot of you who are diehard fans might love this movie. For me, I hated the story. I cared about no characters. I just think this movie could have been way better rated R. Because if you see this movie, you cannot tell me they are pushing that PG-13 rating, which I love, but the moments of kills, there's one awesome kill. Everything else, if it was rated R, this movie would have had more grit, more darker tones, maybe even more scarier. Because again, I wasn't scared in this movie. In the end, the animatronics, awesome as hell. Matthew Lillard, Josh Hutcherson, I like them both. Definitely Matthew Lillard. The movie shot well. Some of the directing was a little iffy, especially with the actors. But I think diehard fans are going to love this movie. I really think if you're a diehard fan, go and see it. Don't even worry about what I'm saying. But to me personally, just watching this movie, top 10 worst. I'm going to give Five Nights at Freddy's a D. Now, before you come at me in the comments, listen, I understand there's 10 years of lore. There's like comic books, 10, 15 video games. There might be more. I'm not even sure. I am not a diehard fan. I just thought it was a really bad movie, a really bad, scary movie. But I would like to see a sequel. It has the ingredients. The movie shot well, has good music, has animatronics, has good actors here. You can tell the studio took care of this movie. That script and the story, it sucked. And like, it gave you none of the Five Nights at Freddy moments, in my opinion. But to you, you might love it. So I'd love to hear what you know. Also, are you seeing it on Peacock or are you going to the theaters? Because I went to the theaters. Guys, this theater was awful. The teenagers, oh my god, I wanted to chop heads off. I wanted to see them roll. I wanted Freddy to come out of the screen and kill these children. I'm not even kidding you. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, sorry for it being a little late. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.